What's up, guys? Another edition of NukeStream uh, here on a Thursday evening. Um, you guys know where to find me. Twitter.com, Calillo Nuclear. Um, YouTube, you guys are already here, so like and subscribe. Leave a comment below after the video. Um, you guys you guys know that I'm on Instagram, Nuclear Calillo, Twitch, Nuclear Calillo, all that stuff. I'll put my link tree in the chat for you, anything you guys want to check out. Um, so yeah, um, here we go. All right, guys. So yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? I wanted to talk today about are you consuming too much red pill content, right? And what I mean by that is that are you stuck watching hours and hours of podcasts, tweets, shows, books, of red pill content over and over again? And how do you know when it's too much, right? We're gonna get into that. I know it sounds a little counterintuitive because it's like, oh, well, then, people, that's how you make money is by producing red pill content. I'm like, yeah, true, it is true, right? But when is too much, right? And just because I am a red pill content creator doesn't mean that I want you guys to stay stuck forever and unhappy just reading theory and stuff like that forever. I want everyone to eventually move on, right? And one of the things I say in this space is like we can't do this forever. We can't. There needs to be a path forward, right? You can't be mad at women forever. You can't explain or talk about intersexual dynamics in public on a screen your whole life or listen to it your whole life. You're gonna have to move on and move on with your life. You're gonna probably want to start a family. You're probably gonna want to or run a rotation. You have to get out there, right? And I've seen over the years, ever since like 2020, right, when the red pill barely started hitting the mainstream, uh, that a lot of guys kind of love this stuff and they love explaining it to their friends. They love talking about it all the time. But then you see their dating life and their whole life, and it's like nothing was put into practice, right? And that is really sad to see. And I have several friends that like are red pill, but it's just they're getting zero benefit out of it. Not because the red pill is wrong, right? But simply because they don't have the balls to put that to do the work, and that's where everyone stops, and it becomes this thing where they just don't like the red pill. I'm like, no, 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 dude. Like, it's not that you don't like the red pill; it's that you don't have the balls to what do you call it? To put the things into practice, right? Because it's really easy to get on a show, podcast, or talk to your friends about this stuff. But when you're face to face with a woman or face to face with the situation, a lot of people fold and crumble. Like setting boundaries is tough for a lot of guys, right? And the work isn't done by going in a chat room and saying, "Yeah, I agree with you, Nuke. You're right." That's not what the work is. You know, the work isn't watching hours and hours of podcasts. Although you could benefit, of course, you could benefit, but like you have to move on. You have to start taking action. You are a man. You have agency, right? A lot of guys are depressed because they've convinced themselves they have no agency. Oh, women like this will never change. And I'm like, what if I told you you had the power to fix things, right? It just takes effort. You have to get off your ass. You have to do the big, and when I do my line of questioning to guys that struggle, there's a lot. It's easy to tell immediately what they're failing at, right? Super easy to tell, right? I can tell super quickly, hey, yeah, like your logistics are crap. You're in a nowhere town. You need to move to a major city. Oh, you live in Miami. Why don't you move to Austin, right? Why don't you move to Dallas? Why don't you move to Las Vegas? Why don't you move to a place where girls would actually like you? Not where the competition is hard, right? Um, and it's just these are I know this is massive action. This is like difficult it's not easy to just get up and move, right? But I'll tell you right now, outside of like basic, most cities are the same, um, outside of like some kind of maybe some eccentricities or if they're on the coast or not, but most cities are the same. They all have great Mexican restaurants. They all have great sushi restaurants. They all have good infrastructure for the most part. They all have bums, right? Some have less than others. Obviously there's some cities that are like unlivable, right? I would say like the super liberal cities. All cities are liberal, but like there's some that are just irredeemably liberal, or the rent is too high, right? But if you guys do your research, there's like at least 10 cities where it's worth moving there, and life is will be better, right? But it's always boils down to guys will not take action. They just want to go on a podcast or tune into a podcast, throw money to tell the girls that they're hoes or they're bad people, right? But then they no action in their life, right? And then there's level two where the guys are like, okay, well, I'm just gonna level up, and then these women will like me more because I make more money, and then they'll be in my frame. I'm like, still no, still absolutely not, right? Um, so it's like, um, what what is it that will be the next step, right? And there's a lot of covert contracts you have to break too. And I think one of the biggest things for guys that consume a lot of real pill content is that you start forming a different set of covert contracts, right? Like you'll go on these super alpha masculinity podcasts where they say, they fall for the superficial pre-selection, right? For women on some 22-year-old girl who doesn't even know how to like, like doesn't know anything about life, saying, "Oh, I need him to spend $20,000 an engagement ring." I'll tell you right now, women don't even know what $20,000 is. You know, none. They don't know at all. Nothing. Right. So it's like, what? Why are you so mad? Right. What a reason to tell someone has consumed a lot of red pill content but has no game is how mad they get when women online say like displays of superficial pre-selection online, and they get mad like, oh, this girl said she needed $20,000 for a wedding ring. That's crazy. It's all over for dating. I'm like, no, dude, it's fake. It's girls say whatever, they'll say whatever, right? That girl has gone home with a guy for under $20, right? For under $30, $40, $50, whatever, um and the thing is too, there's different types of RP content, like, well, when I say RP, it's heavy on the quotes, right? Um, and what I'm trying to do is trying to give like hacks, levers that you can pull. Life's all about levers, right? Levers that you can pull to improve your life significantly. It just takes massive action, and you got to be a little uncomfortable for a while, but eventually, it will help you, right? And you cannot sit and wallow and be mad. Life, like the same reason that I'm able to stream with you. The same reason that when your phone connects automatically to your new car, the same reason you can, with 3 buttons, you can order some Chinese food from your favorite restaurant to your door, right? Still warm, is the same reason women have higher standards, right? Technology, right? It isn't some kind of demon class of like George Soros, you know, Legion of Doom under the ocean somewhere, planning on the fall of humanity. No, it's simply technology is making it easier for women to have better standards. Is it fair? No. Is it what it is? Yes. There's nothing we can do about it, guys. Either you complain or you build a dam and harness that, right? So what do? You move to a city where you have a chance, right? Like Miami, not even I will have a chance, right? A regular guy. Yes, I'm Hispanic. I speak Spanish, and I'll probably make my way into some circles, and I'll, once in a while. But like compared to Dallas, I have a much higher chance in Dallas. I'm doing pretty well here. Um, and play to your strengths. That's another one. Like if you know, if you're a dancer, if you're Hispanic and you like salsa music, bachata, learn how to dance to that music and hit the dance scene, right? Oh, but but Nuke, all the women there are old, blah blah. Yeah, so what? Here's another lever you can pull. Get good, go to the class. You won't be seen as alpha. You won't be seen as anyone important in the class, right? But with time, get better, right? You stop going to that class, or you start going to the socials, dance socials. Start, and dance with all the older women that you so proclaim that they're the only ones that go, and then at certain nights, there'll be young women that start pouring in, right? Last night, I danced with a 20-year-old Peruvian girl, right? Super sweet, very respectful, was very excited to dance with me. I got her Instagram, right? And I danced with two other women. One was 26. And these are women that kind of just show up at a bar, at a nice rooftop bar. And, you know, guess what, guys? You got served young women on a platter, right? You're a great dancer. You have friends. You have social proof. Boom, lever pulled, right? And that's what the red pill is for. The red pill is not to keep you angry. It is not a club. We're not in this together, and people don't understand that. It is not um a legion of doom where we're planning on the next thing to say or next person to take down. Everyone is operating individually. Yes, people do shows together. Yes, we share ideas like anyone should. It's a free country. We're allowed to share ideas. But at the end of the day, every man, you are in this on your own, and you have to take action, right? No one is coming to save you. Donald Trump is not coming to save you. Rollo Tomasi isn't going to change women for you. Fresh and Fit are not going to change the woman for you. Pearl definitely is not going to change anything for you, right? You have to, and that's the scary part of a lot of guys is that they love consuming this stuff, but when it comes to facing their problems face to face, it's tough. It's like they just never developed the final piece, right? And I always said when when you're dealing with women, it's 80% experience, 20% consuming red pill content, right? So that's kind of like a arbitrary number, right? But you need to, if you want to date women, you have to throw yourself at the problem, right? So get over yourself, get over your ego. You're not that important, you know. Go out there, go to the bars, go wherever you need to go, and start talking to some girls, right? If you want to swipe on dating apps, hey, if that works for you, good. If it doesn't, then not good. Don't go on Twitter and on social media, right, and complain constantly that Tinder sucks or Hinge sucks or this sucks or that sucks. You need to find a way, right? I have a lot of I am no better than you guys. I am here to trade notes. Problem is, or the thing is that I have lots of notes to trade, right? But at the end of the day, every guy has to sack up and figure this stuff out for yourself, right? Obviously, there's people that can help you, that kind of guide you along, that you can bounce ideas off of and everything. But honestly, the mindset, no one can give it to you but you, right? When I can't, I can't give you outcome independence. You have to learn that yourself, right? I had a follower or a guy on Patreon. He's like, "Oh, this girl goes to me. What to do, bro? It's a L, bro." One of the greatest things that guys who are good with women have is the ability to take an L and move on. Once you achieve that zen where a girl will ghost you, waste your time, or whatever, and you're just like, well, on to the next. You will it's the next level. It's like a jump, right? It's like a game changer because a lot of guys get hung up. Now we did a show the other day about taking L's, but a lot of guys cannot take an L, and that's a big problem. And the only way you're able to take an L gracefully and move on to the next girl is by taking several L's and getting over yourself, right? Um, I take L's with mid chicks, all the time. Yesterday I took an L. On Tuesday I took an L. Monday I took an L. Last week I took L's. They're all mids, 5, 6s, right? But you know, 20-year-old Peruvian chick was super into me, and she's a little hotter than those girls, right? If I would have been caught up with those other L's, and I wouldn't have, I'm gonna sulking, I would have gone to the internet, I would have gone to Twitter, I would have gone to Fresh and Fit or Rolo Tomasi's Dreams. Pay, give them, and they deserve it, guys. They deserve it. They put in a lot of work for those shows. I would have super chatted some $20 saying women suck instead of saying, hey, it's just part of the game, moving on. And that's the problem a lot of guys have. And I'm tired of hearing all this complaining, guys. I take L's. I'm 6'1". I'm not ugly, and I take all the L's. And the guys who get the most girls take the most L's. I promise you that. Learn to not take it so personally and don't run to a red pill content creator with your problems every time, right? I'm going to tell you one time, hey, take the L in grace, let her go. She doesn't exist. She's not in your frame. She doesn't care about you. Move on. Let it burn. It's going to burn at first. And then after a couple months of this stuff, you're not going to feel anything. And that's true freedom, right? You're not that important. All right, let me get some of these chats. Um, Baron Gaslight, the work isn't done online. Nope, the work is not done online, my friend. The work is done in person. So, uh, Archwinger says he barely breaks even on a six-figure salary, must live in a big city. I think Archwinger lives in Austin, and Austin's pretty expensive right now. But for a college student, it's not. It's pretty nice to get laid right there. So Austin is the best city I say in the United States for a young man. You know, Miami being the worst, and Austin being the best. Miami, LA being the worst. So Dallas is like in the middle. Dallas is getting expensive, but my rent is much less than Miami, and I live in the center of the city in one of the nicest neighborhoods. So Zachary says try Norfolk. Yeah, Norfolk. I was in Norfolk and I dated and I did my best. I gave it my best shot. So I had some luck in Norfolk too. Um, amen. Nuke preachers. Yeah, I'm a little passionate today. So Baron says, "Shit, I'll take it L's all week." Yeah, and so what? Like a lot of guys want to be, um, you know, they get screamed at on a podcast. Hey, dude, your value isn't incumbent on whether a girl wants to go home with you. You know, your value as a man, right? And then they get mad when a girl ghosts them. I'm like, yeah, dude, they do that. It's not. It usually isn't your fault. So don't worry about it. They have so many things going on in their life. So don't worry about it. Spencer says, I took L's literally all high school and half of college. Yeah, I took some nasty L's, you know. Nico says, good to see you do more streams. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the ground running. Next week I won't be able to do as many streams. I'll be out of town, and then I'm going to Mexico next weekend. So L's in the chat. Yeah, Zachary Moore, Babe Ruth held the record for strikeouts. Yeah, and guys that shoot a lot of shots also miss a lot of shots. So you know, that's really like one of the biggest game changers in game and women is that like you have to understand that it's first of all, don't take it personal. And number two, that you're gonna take a lot of L's, right? If you swipe 10,000 times on Tinder, the regular guy would be like, wow, what a waste of time. But out of those 10,000 times, you get laid 20 times. You're already lapping the whole country, right? Just because, and it's just because someone says, you know, wow, what a waste of time on Tinder or Hinge or whatever, blah blah. Guess what? How many calories are wasting on Tinder and Hinge? Zero, right? So if one out of 100 girls likes you, and you take her on a date and you smash, you wasted almost 0 calories, right? Before the date, you were on your couch in your underwear eating Cheetos, swiping, and you're just like, you know, how can you complain about that, right? How can you complain about that, right? Like, it's like the joke by what's his name, the comedian, I forgot his name. He has a joke where he was on a plane. Um, he was on a plane, and it was one of those flights where it was like, this is the first time we have Wi-Fi on the plane, and everyone was like, oh, so you know, enjoy the Wi-Fi, and congratulations, this is the first flight with Wi-Fi on the plane, right, for our company. And the guy sitting next to the guy who was a comedian was like, nice, and he was on doing his thing, and then all of a sudden the captain says, hey, we're gonna have problems with the internet, the Wi-Fi is gonna get knocked out, sorry. And the guy with the computer is just like, oh, this sucks, you know, like just mad. And it's just like, dude, you literally are mad about something you didn't know you had 30 minutes ago or an hour ago, right? And that's what I'm saying. We are so spoiled about technology that because we can't get beautiful women to meet us by just going like this for an hour or 30 minutes or 20 minutes, that we're losing hope. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Are you serious, right? Like, how are you going to be mad that um you know that you're not getting mail order girls off your phone, you know? Obviously, if you're not, if you don't understand when you're getting flaked on, that's another, you know, it's another situation, right? And I already talked about that. But yeah, it was Louis C.K. Yeah, Louis C.K. I'm sure you know that joke too. It's a joke with the plane where the guy gets mad because the Wi-Fi is knocked out an hour after he finds out that he has Wi-Fi for the first time on a plane. And it's like it's ridiculous. It's crazy ridiculous, right? Thanks, man. Uh, yeah, but instead of fotografías, you just say photos. Fotografías is a little too, it's too formal. So we just say photos. Uh, yeah, man. Guys, if you want to support the channel, send super chats. I appreciate every piece, every penny I get, and I can upgrade my equipment and stream more. Right. Um. Anyways, yeah, guys. So here's some ways to know you're consuming too much red pill content. Right. Um. One way is that you're not doing the work. Right. You're constantly online, you're constantly posting about this stuff, you're constantly interacting, interfacing, you're constantly watching streams, but you're not dating, or you're not putting, changing the relationship with your wife or girlfriend in a positive way, right? You're not understanding anything, right? You don't understand it. Okay, here's how I know a guy is watching too much red pill content, right? He becomes an evangelist for the red pill. That meaning that to all your friends, all your family, even to girls, which is cringe, you explain the red pill, right? It's like this new shiny thing. You want to talk about it to everyone. I'm like, no, dude, it's not for everyone. It's not your prerogative to tell everyone, right? It is for you to solve your problems, right? It is not a team sport. It is not a political party, an ideology. It's none of that. It is simply a toolbox, and you use the tools you need, and the ones that you don't need you don't touch, and you move on with your life, right? If you're consuming red pill content and your life is not improving actively, then you are consuming too much and applying too little, right? Because the purpose of the red pill is to solve problems, right? Is the red pill concerned with society at large? No. Is the red pill concerned with um accommodating women? No. Is the red pill concerned with changing society as a whole? No. The society, red pill is concerned with what, guys? Rule zero, right? Positive male identity, getting you laid, and making sure you and your women are happy, or the women if you're dating several, right? Simple as that. And just everyone that attacks the red pill can't understand that, right? I go on I go on chats, I hit my live button, and I interface with people that are like manosphere accounts that don't like the red pill or don't understand it. I see them talking, and they talk with normies, people that don't know anything. They just think that we're just a bunch of misogynists. But I'm like, no, we're not misogynists. If you guys look at Rule Zero, each one of those men has a different type of relationship with women, right? Um, Rolo has a wife, and you know his daughter just got married, right? The father of the red pill, the godfather of the red pill, has a daughter who just got married herself, right? RP Thor, he's doing his thing. He's married as well. Troy Francis, he's a big PUA. He also hangs out with those guys. Lots of value to bring, right? Um, Glenn Lawrence, also happily married. You know, um, he has great relationship with his wife. Um, Let me see who else. Paul, he's a single dad. You know, he has his girlfriend, and he's just living life, and he's a great dad, and he's very attentive. Um, then you have, and he's I think he's dating a single mom. But that's when you have a kid, a lot of people say, hey, it's better to date someone who also has a kid because they understand you. And I'm like, yeah, dude. Because at the end of the day, it's not a box. We're not trying to all be the same person. We're trying to live life the best and the happiest we can within our reality. And that's what the red pill does. It's supposed to improve your life. It's not supposed to make you angry, right? It's not supposed to make you go black pill. It's not supposed to make you hate women or hate men or hate everyone or hate society or try to change anything, right? It's for you to improve your life, bottom line, period, nothing else, right? It is not for women, right? When a woman is on Twitter saying, oh, this, trying to dispel the red pill, What she's trying to say is, I hate the red pill. And I want to disparage it because it doesn't include me. I'm not in the boys club, right? And it's like, listen, just the red pill is like makeup. It isn't for you. It isn't for us. It's for okay, it's for us, but it isn't for you. It won't nothing within the red pill really benefits women only directly, right? And women don't like that because everything has to be they have to run it through their solipsistic filter. How do I fit in the red pill? You don't. You're reactionary. You don't fit in the red pill. You don't have nothing to offer men in terms of intersexual dynamics. Nothing. Zero. Absolutely nada. You know, in the game side of the red pill, they don't even know what a neg is. They don't know what a shit test is. And even if they do know, they couldn't detect one, right? Go on Twitter to the most plugged in women and ask her, give me an example of a neg. And they'll give you an insult or a compliment. You know why? Because they don't have the calibration or the need to ever understand how to game women because they're women, right? And then you have the social sciences side, the scientific side. You tell them, hey, 1/3 of men aren't getting laid, and they're just like, well, they should just work harder. Work harder. I work hard every day, guys. I don't know about y'all. I'm sure you guys are hardworking. That's their solution, guys. Nothing to offer you, right? Nothing to offer you, right? And then you have the anecdotal side of the red pill, right? And it's just like, hey, I have this problem with my wife or my girlfriend. What to do? And then 100 other guys in a forum are like, hey, this is what worked for me. And the guy's like, oh, taking notes. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. And then one girl goes in there, just like, nah, that's not how that works. And it's like, are you serious? You're gonna go your one anecdote is going against 100 men who solved this problem and are living happy lives. But since we have to run it through your emotional filter, all of a sudden all those men are wrong, insecure, and stupid. Really? That's what you have to offer the red pill? You have nothing to offer. You are a woman. That doesn't mean I look down on you. It just simply you have nothing to offer, and we I can't help that. No matter what you do. However, there are women that are aware of their own limitations as a woman, right? Very rare. I would say like Torsha is a good example of that. And they understand that this is a man space. However, she has a background in, I think, neuro brain stuff, right? And they can add to the science part. I agree with that. There's a lot of great female scientists and psychologists who wrote books who can teach you a lot, right? But those women are very intelligent, and those women have dedicated their life to science and to social sciences, right? But your random everyday women cannot do that. So you have to understand that there is nothing to talk about with them, right? There's nothing. And if you see them talking about online, they're just throwing stuff at a wall just to get engagement because they're addicted to attention and engagement, right? They have to do that, right? There's nothing they have to offer us, and that's okay. That's not their fault, right? We love them anyway. So get some more chats before I go on another rant. Yeah. What's up, Joshua? How we doing tonight? Salsa is for gays, no? Yeah, sure, dude. You should let your girl go to salsa night. As a matter of fact, let your girl go to salsa night where I'm at. It'll be fine, dude. We're all gay, so there's no problem. Even Clary has a nice girl. Yeah, yeah, Clary. Aaron Clary's living the dream, man. He's the, you know. Excess self says, get the woman out. Yeah. Wait, I don't know the context at all. I think you understood it, man. Just like no, there's women don't have anything to offer you in the red pill. That's what I'm saying. Um, so action, action is it it's action first, and then afterwards you're like, okay, what did I do wrong? What did I do right, guys? If you're not taking action, right, you're wasting your time. There's nothing to look for, right? Um, I know this stuff is really fascinating. I know it's very entertaining too to see women get kicked off. I witnessed 2 women get kicked off the other day on Monday on the Purple Pill podcast, right? Um, it's fascinating, this world, everyone is drawn to it because it's about sex and intersexual dynamics, and everyone can relate. It's very relatable. The stuff is like you see everyone's in pain and everyone is relatable, is relating to these experiences, right? But you have to take action. This is not an excuse not to take action, right? I know guys that love this stuff and watch it and don't miss an episode, but they're still dating lower quality women. They're still have no boundaries with anyone, right? They still don't understand. They still have no confidence with women. They always go for the trashy, low, old, whatever women, right? They still get into arguments online with women, right? Um, and it's just like, dude, like, listen, you are consuming lots of content, but nothing is improving in your life. The problem is you, right? It's not women, right? You need to you need to stop hiding behind the veneer and behind the red pill. The red pill is not something you consume your whole life, right? It's something you talk about maybe online, but you have to move on, right? Well, in all honesty, most women use the MRI side hustle like Pearly. Oof. Yeah. Um, Here's the thing, guys. A lot of guys fall just like how a lot of guys when their girlfriend breaks up with them, they go to a female friend and bitch and complain because they want that, like they want someone to feel sorry for them instead of going to someone like me who tells them, "Hey, man, yeah, no shit, no one cares about you unless you besides the value you bring to the table. No shit, dude. No shit that you have to be better than the average man to get above average women. No shit that Tinder is hard, that dating is hard in general. Yeah, dude, congratulations. We get it. Like, move on, right? Great, accept it. We get it. However, you running to Pearl or you running to any female content creator who's telling you what you want to hear to make you feel sorry for yourself is literally putting you back, is literally steps backward, right? Women shouldn't vote. What's your plan then? No one is gonna take the 19th Amendment away. Women are dumb. Okay, women. What? How does that help me? How does that help me saying women are dumb? They're not. Half the women are smarter than me on Earth, right? I'm probably middle IQ. Let's assume that I'm middle IQ. Half the women on Earth are smarter than me. Are they dumb? Women are selling their bodies online. What's the plan then? What am I gonna do? Right? How do I stop this industry? There's nothing you can do. So instead of, complaining about the obvious, how about we do this? How about we find freaking solutions so you guys can go to sleep at night in peace? So we can all get blowjobs and be married or have two girls or three girls or be single or whatever you guys want. How about we do that instead? Right. And guys are like, well, how? And I tell them, you have to do the work, bro. You, no one else. Not Rollo Tomasi, not Andrew Tate, not Pearl. You have to do it yourself, right? You have to look at a girl in the eyes and say no. You know, you have to plan the date and the logistics. You have to take the L. It's all you, you, you. You are responsible for your own happiness. And the longer you take to understand that, the more time you waste in your life, right? Obviously, talking about intersexual dynamics is very interesting. It's very fun. It's pretty awesome to throw a podcast on a long drive, and it's like you hear people banter and all that stuff. It's people. I like hearing intelligent people speak, right? But you cannot do this forever. You cannot be tied watching 5-hour podcasts every week, twice a week, three times a week. You know, you know, and not take any action in your life, right? All right. Oh, we got a super chat from Excel Self. Thank you, Excel, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Here's my take. Red Pill does not need any content creators. Rhinestone is a good example. All he does is use a Reddit for content. Nothing new has come out that would change what's already inscribed. Exactly. And I've been seeing a lot of guys that are like, don't like the Red Pill, criticize Rollo Tomasi, criticize everything. But then they say some stuff that we said that the Red Pill figured out 10 years ago. Like, for example, there was one of the bow tie community was like, oh, here I'm seeing a trend that a lot of PUA manosphere accounts pivot to pivot to politics, and then leave the PUA manosphere community and then criticize it, and they stay in politics, and then they come back, and I'm like, dude, yeah, it's the cycle, bro. We figured that out 10 years ago. Like, thanks, bro. Like, congratulations. Like, you hate the red pill, but the red pill knew this eons ago, like a decade ago, right? Congratulations. You know, um, it's just a waste of time. And then you have other people like today's some girl posted, I think it was Ayla, is just like, I think that when girls say they don't want to be approached by men, it's not really what they think and they actually want to be approached. I'm like, yes, yes, congratulations. That's called a shit test. We figured that out like 15 years ago. You know, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, men got together and be like, hey, girls, let's watch what they do instead of what they say. And a lot of women enjoy being approached as long as you approach correctly and are socially calibrated. Right. And then it's like, and I'm like, and I posted like, hey, yeah, that's a shit test. We know. Welcome to Red Pill 2012 or 2013. You know, like everyone is coming to the same conclusion. The only thing is they're taking forever to come to the same conclusion, right? Because all of a sudden everyone likes to talk about intersexual dynamics. And it's hilarious. There's nothing new that comes out of this stuff. I am never going to create anything new in this space. I'm going to change phrases around. I'm going to make it more presentable to the newer generation. I'm going to say different phrases. Like my favorite phrase right now is "What's your plan?" Right? But I'm sure someone 5 years ago came up with the same thing. I think, and I forgot their name, but someone already came up with that. Like asking people, well, you can't change the society. What are you going to do about it? Right? I bet you there was an article, and I bet you someone's going to put it in the chat right now because nothing new has come out. They want to, right? Nothing new has come out. Oh, I heard recently that Pearl was going to like have like a whole media network or empire where they would defend men and help men out. I'm like, oh, so like the Million Men March, but online? Yeah, it's already been done. Ask Chesty. It's already been. He was there. It's already been done. Nothing new has come out. Nothing new has changed. Nothing is getting better. There has never been more masculinity, super alpha, money, Twitter, business accounts online on YouTube making content, and things are not getting easier. Or you know what? It's not that they're getting easier. They're just changing, right? So take that for what you guys will. And thank you, SSL, for this $10 super chat. Yep. What's your plan? It's not a strategy. Alpha Sloth. Welcome, Alpha. It's not the content that's the issue. Internalizing the ideas is the issue. Yeah. I'm gonna continue doing this stuff. I like making content. I like talking to people. I like hearing myself talk too. But if you guys don't take action, man, if you don't like go on that date and you don't banter and you don't use like chick crack and you don't have sex and you just like after you take an L, you go straight to the RP page, RP account, the podcast to complain or say, hey, girls are like this. I'm like, yeah, dude, you took an L, man. What are you gonna do? You keep going. Basically, Rhinestone, Rolo, Margaret Santana, all of them are necessary. If you read the Reddit, all it's there. So when they attack any of them, it's unconsequential. It's not that they're unnecessary. I would say that the red pill doesn't start or end with any of those gentlemen, right? And Rolo said it himself. The red pill does not start or end with me, right? The red pill will always exist as long as there are men and women. The red pill will always exist, no matter how much they attack it, no matter how much they call us maniacs. What's going to happen is they're going to stamp it out and be like, we defeated the red pill, but it's going to be underground again. And then we're still going to continue to trade notes. Some of us will disappear because we moved on. Some of us will come back. Like Carl from Black Label Logic disappeared, moved on with his life. And some of us will come back, or some of us will stay. Some of us will write books. Some of us will continue to do whatever we want and help other guys, right? But the red pill will never change. It will always be, because it's based off reality, both anecdotal, scientific, and an individual, right? Because you got to go test it yourself, right? Go try one of the things I told you guys, right? They're working. Guys DM me and just like, oh shit, this is working. I'm like, you know why it works? Do you know why? Some guy bought the book I was talking about. the secret language of birthdays? And he said, hey, dude, it's working for me like crazy. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because unlike all these girls that in one sentence they'll say men are insecure, but in another sentence, I like a man who does this. They have nothing to give you in terms of game. I give you a deep game secret, dating secret that I could have kept to myself. I gave it to you guys. And guess what? Guys are getting laid. Guys are happy, you know. And I showed you exactly how to go about it because, again, the red pill is not about changing anyone but yourself and your situation, right? No matter how many girls you kick off a podcast, no matter how many girls you have sex with or withhold sex with, no matter how many no nut Novembers you do, the red pill is only about you, right? And that's it. Mental masturbation. Yeah, nuke's going off. Yeah, I'm tired. Like it's just I've seen it with friends and family. They just consume, consume. They want to talk about this stuff. I'm like, yo, why are you still texting that girl that girl that from the other day that disrespected you? Oh, I'm like, exactly, because you can't have the balls. You like consuming this stuff, but you don't like going out and putting it into practice, right? You're just doing it for you're wasting your time. Hold on. By the way, I watched most of Ryan Stone videos, and I only listen to him as a refresher. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's fun to listen to stuff. Like I work from home, and sometimes instead of listening to music or anything, I just put on whoever's live, and just talk, and maybe I'll pop in, right? And that's whether they're playing video games, whether they're doing a chill stream and talking about nothing, and or doing Rule Zero or Rolo debating or whatever, because I love intersectional dynamics. I like psychology. It's always been very interesting to me. But at the same time, I'll watch one of these podcasts while I work or while I'm driving. But I have 2 days lined up for the week, right? And I'm living a pretty peaceful life with women. Women don't really do any, they come and go as they please, right? I can't tell them what to do besides, you know, and I get in relationships here and there, and I'm at peace. Women are not a problem in my life, and they never have been, besides small inconvenience, right? Zachary Moore, look at all the guys watching Infinite on Friday nights when they should be out talking to girls. Oof. Oh, yeah, guys. Like, yeah, you can catch an episode, but guys, you have to throw yourself at this problem, right? It isn't like you guys like some people want a like some guys go to like fitness trainers and they want the perfect workout for their chest or for their traps. Like, what's the perfect workout? So I don't waste 1 ounce of one. I don't waste any energy or any time. Like, no, dude. Try different workouts. Try different things. Get hurt. Get your muscles sore. Maybe your biomechanics don't match the exercises you're doing. Same thing with game and women. Go out there. Get rejected. Go to the club 3 times a week if you have to. Right? If you have no big projects going on, right? And you have no big responsibilities, dude, start hitting the bars and the clubs or the whatever. Obviously, if it's your religion not to drink or you just don't like to drink, that's different, right? But what are you doing? There's salsa night on Wednesdays. You're going every Wednesday. Oh, but there's only old women. I'm like, no, there isn't, because I talked to a 26-year-old and a 20-year-old last night, right? And why was I able to do that? Because I have practice. I've gone there multiple times. I kept going, right? Oh, there's a bar next door. Go check it out. Talk to people. Get in there. Talk to a girl that's sitting next to you. You know, get ignored. Talk to the bartender. Throw yourself at life, right? You cannot sit at home watching Red Pill content all day and decide, you know what? I'm going to continue doing this until a girl magically appears at my door, or I'm going to keep swiping on Tinder. I'm like, dude, you can do that. You can do that, right? And you will get laid maybe like once in a while, right? But then what's going to happen is you're going to burn yourself out because you're going to be missing one of the components of life, and that's living it, right? You have to live your life. You cannot do and watch this stuff forever. You're going to get sad. You're going to get angry, you know, like, and then you're going to see guys that aren't even red pill getting laid and happy. And you're just like, what the heck? What did I do? And I'm like, they did the most important component of life, and that's living it. They went out. They went to their pool every weekend, talked to everyone. We're social, right? They went to salsa night every week, made friends, became a regular, had a little circle of friends. They hugged it. Other girls see them hugging female friends. You have social proof, right? On Fridays, you go to your favorite restaurant every Friday or every other Friday. You make friends with the waiter, right? the waiter, hey, I'd like to introduce you to my daughter or my niece. You're a nice guy. You're living life. Or you go to this trail or this park every week to go walk your dog. Hey, another girl looks at your dog, thinks your dog is cute. You're talking to a girl, right? You can easily talk to 4 girls a week doing this, living your life fully, not being inside. Obviously, Texas is really hot right now, and I get it, right? But for the most part, um, you have to be you have a lust for life, right? And I know sometimes life gets hard and it's depressing. You don't want to do anything. I get it. Take a break. You don't have to get drunk every other day. You don't have to, you can have one or two drinks, right? But the thing is that you have to be outside. You have to touch grass. You have to enjoy your life, right? Red pill content is for understanding the basics, right? And I would argue that, maybe after reading Rational Mail, you're pretty much good to go, right? What's going on with Rolo and his drama, that's for him to decide and to figure out. But you, wherever you're at, your responsibility is your happiness, and you need to work on that. All right, let's get some of these shit. Excess Self said, those red pill guys said, I'm like, who said it? Because it's not part of the Reddit. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the way they attack the red pill is like those red pill guys, and you gotta say who, which one, which one. Point them to me, and they never have the answer because to them, it's too much work to find out everything that is said, you know, or who said what, or what the red pill actually is. Then so they just put it in this box of like, oh, there's just a bunch of insecure men. And I'm like, sure, dude, whatever, you know. Uh Excel self, it's all entertainment for us. Yeah, I'd rather watch, I watch anime, but sometimes I'd rather watch a podcast and hear guys banter about red pill stuff. Excel self, red pill is what works, whatever doesn't work is blue pill. Who said that? I like that quote. Everything is free online. People are just lazy. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Chad? How you doing tonight, my friend? Literally everything is one Google search away. Yep. Even baby doll's nudes, which she's angry about right now. Whisper spoke on nihilism. Was it Whisper that said like, "What are you gonna do about it? Like, what take action. Don't wallow. Don't try to solve society's problems." Blah blah blah. I think it was Whisper. Hmm. Shadow of Arabia says, but even that, people don't know how to use Google to search shit. Yep. They'd rather search stuff that doesn't help them instead of searching, like, hey, what is Rule Zero? These guys talk about Rule Zero. What is that? What is the red pill? And obviously, you're going to get a whole bunch of like, oh, red pill is just a bunch of insecure men, blah, blah, blah. But then they come to us, well, the red pill is this. I'm like, no, here's a link to what it is. No, but nope, here's a link right there. But that's not what I was told. Nope, right here, black and white. Rule Zero, right there, right there. Read it for me. Read it for the class. Oh, but what about this? I don't care what that person said. I don't care what any of you guys in the chat say about the red pill. I know what it is, right? And you guys know what it is too. But I'm not you guys. You're not me. You're your own men. No, but blah, blah. I'm like, nope, nope. Sorry, it's not what you want it to be, even no matter how much. So Excel says, this is why I laugh at the blue pill guys. They think character attacks are defeating the red pill. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with character attacks. Rolo could be, you can call Rolo corny. You can call Nuke a faker. You can call whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's still going to exist. No matter how corny I am, you know. Yeah, I'm not the red pill. Yeah. Carl had a mid-sized European country to annex. Gotcha. Um, Ithaca says, how we doing, Ithaca? So long as you don't become Undead Chronic, who literally hates every woman. Who's Undead Chronic? I heard that name before. Is that a podcast or something? Nice stream, guys. Ithaca, they hate me there. Destiny is the goat. Sure, guys. I'm sure. I hope you're being sarcastic about that. Read Whisper, Royce, the last psychiatrist, Rouge V, Rip, yeah, Rip, rest in peace, Horns of Apathy, etc. Best content out there. Yep, the sidebar, guys. Royce with his the 16 Commandments of Poon. I'm starting to get into Whisper. Rouge V, man, Return of Kings, Rouge V Forum, that was the real Manosphere, man. I really missed that, but I don't think it'll ever be back. The internet would find it and demolish it. Yeah, I didn't buy the book yet. You recommended yet, but I've used the astrology book my dad gave me. It's some decent success. That things from like 30 years ago just show things don't change. Yep. Women are women. They've always been women, since they evolved 10,000 years ago. Excel Cell says, I do push them sit as I watch or do paracord weaving for LOLs. Gotcha. That's like military stuff, right? Um, let's see. Um, Ithaca says, I'm certainly not red pill. I've got a wife and we have three beautiful children, a boy and two girls. Um, I appreciate your message though. Get out there, live a little. Yeah. It's not that you're not red pill or yes or no. It's that you have tools, you use them, and you may or may not know that it was already spoken about in the red pill, but you probably use them without knowing, and that's okay too, right? If you're happy, then that's all that matters. That's the purpose of the red pill. It's not to change anything but your own personal happiness in a good way. All right, have a good night, Baron. I did not look that up, sir. I refuse to. Haha. No, for real, Destiny is the shit, dude. Can you explain to me how Destiny is the shit? Can you please explain? Are you one of those people that confuse clout and fame for actual, like that person should be listened to and respected? Like tell me. Don't get me wrong, would never share my wife, but whatever floats your boat. Well, what if she wants to be shared, bro? How would you go about handling your wife telling you one day, "Hey, I want to be shared"? Does Destiny have that answer? No. The red pill does, but Destiny won't have that answer. He'll tell you, "Hey, man, it's okay for your wife to be shared. It's normal." So there you go. I just caught you in your own damn logic. So, oh my god, oh Chad, never change, my friend. Super underrated stuff on the RP archive is a little bit. I can't say that. Elimitable men's blog. Yep. All right, finish my shower. Manda fotos, jefe. Can we avoid the child dealing method? Yes, we can. We'll move on. Um, Nuke is my background noise. All right, man. Yep, I agree with that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like the women and feminized men and men, like, because what is Destiny gonna tell you when you're one day, Ithaca? I hope this never happens, and I hope you're happy for the rest of your life. And I know you're happy, so But hypothetically speaking, let's say your wife says, "Hey, I want to see other men. I want to stay married, but I want to see other men." You know, what is Destiny gonna tell you versus what am I gonna tell you? What is Rolo gonna tell you? We have a breakdown of why this is. We have everything, and it will lead ultimately to your own happiness. Destiny's gonna be like, well, you should let her because it's the best thing to do, and happiness, blah blah. Blah. Stop being so jealous and insecure, blah blah. And you're gonna feel miserable the rest of your life because you listen to somebody who doesn't have your happiness, who doesn't care about your happiness. Right? We just say here, hey, your happiness is your problem, so you need to figure out. But here we have some notes because some guys already went through this. Here, this is what we did. See if it works for you. We wish you the best, my friend, because I know no man wants to share his wife deep down. You know, it takes a very special man to be like, "Yep, I enjoy watching my wife have sex with other dudes." But I'll watch while I cook and eat dinner. Yep. And guys, with with that, I'll leave you with wise words from Chat of Arabia. What's your plan, guys? Are we gonna continue to watch Red Pill content forever and be mad and talk about it to everyone, our coworkers, our girlfriend, whatever, or are we just gonna be like, huh? I think this will work. I think I'll apply this. It's up to me. It's like Captain Planet. The power is yours, right? It isn't Captain Planet that's gonna save you. It's you, your own power, right? Um. So, uh, Jason LDG. The only good thing about Destiny is that he is willing to debate. Other than that, he has no admiral qualities. Okay, debate about what, dude? Like, what is he gonna debate? What is there? What is there to debate, dude? It's already, it's already everything in the red pill is already written. Is he gonna come up with his own pill? The black pills have not come up with anything. The white pills have not come up with anything. The gray pill, the purple pill, obviously, shout out Sergio, but the purple pill doesn't have any books yet out. However, the red pill has decades of blogs, books, conferences, coaching, hot chicks. Most of them are happily married, right? But there's nothing to debate. Nothing. Like, hey, you should proceed like this. I'm like, dude, I've been on 100 dates in the past 2 years, maybe more. I know my shit. Have you been on 100 dates? Have you been in front of several women over the course of 2 years? What have you learned? Right? What am I going to debate? What is there to debate? I have nothing to debate about, you know. Even if Rolo invited me to a debate, I wouldn't debate because I'd be like, okay, dude, like there's nothing to debate, you know? Like I took what I needed out of the red pill and I moved on with my life, right? I said, hey, I want to get laid a lot. And I worked, you know. All right, Chad, sending us out with I lost kind of how many women I banged went out with before I settled last year from being a serial goat shagger. All right, guys. Thank you guys for the engagement. Thank you, Excel Self, for the super chat. I appreciate you um contributing to the channel. I won't let you guys down. I'll the content will only get better from now on. But remember, guys, it's all about action. Take action. It's better to take clumsy action and look dumb than to be an all-knowing red pill guy that knows everything about the red pill, right? Um, so guys, hopefully the takeaway. I know you guys are already, you guys are already set, but if anyone else watches this, just know that there are guys out there living their life that are happily married, that are banging hot chicks, that are out there living their life simply because they're out there living instead of, and there's red pill guys, or sorry, red pill guy, people that consume content all day, all night, and are getting nothing out of life. So which one would you rather be, right? I know this stuff's interesting. Um, but at the end of the day, you have to put you have to do the work, and we're here for you. I'm not gonna do the work for you, but I'll trade some notes, right? Anyway, guys, you know how to find me. Um, link trees in the chat. Take care, guys. Have a good weekend, and um, I'll probably have another topic for you. Nah, I think I'm going on Purple Pill tomorrow. I gave Sergio my word I'll be on, so I'll be on tomorrow. And then I got the Dragon Ship on Saturday. So tune into that, guys. I haven't chosen a topic for that. And then Sunday we have Post Zero, so catch me there too. And then next week I think I'll stream once or twice, but then I'll be out of town and then I'm going on vacation next weekend. So all right, guys, thank you for your time and I appreciate it. Stay safe.